My wife is a very loving and forgiving woman. She knows about my cheating habit and she has never bantered words with me. At a point I got scared. I needed her to say something, but she wouldn't. One faithful day, she returned from work unexpectedly. Honestly, it wasn't her usual time of coming back home. She came home and caught me in the act of sleeping with her best friend on our matrimonial bed. I expected the worst from her, but she didn't say a word, neither did she do anything. She quietly walked outside waiting for us to finish. Out of fear, I chased the young lady out. I was expecting my wife to beat her up, but she didn't. Instead, when the lady left, my wife walked into the kitchen to prepare dinner for me. "Honey, your food is ready," she informed like nothing happened. I was skeptical about eating the food. What if she poisoned it, I thought. "Honey, you need to eat now before the food gets cold." She persuaded. She saw how reluctant I was about eating her food. I was already sitting on the dining table, but I refused to eat. "I'm not hungry," I stuttered. She took my food and ate few spoons from it. Maybe she knew what was going on in my mind. "Now eat your food," she blurted. I held the spoon with my shaky hand and managed to eat. Truly, the food wasn't poisoned. I was afraid to sleep at night because I feared that my wife would kill me. I slept with one eye opened. When I woke up in the morning, I was shocked. She didn't kill me, I thought. "Sweetheart, good morning," she greeted. "Honey, don't you think you need to punish me?" I opened up to her. "For what?" she asked, applying powder on her face. "I'm late for work. Your breakfast is on the dining table. I'm off," she said as she kissed me and walked away. I was left in shock and couldn't utter a word. I walked to the dining to see the food. I fed our dog with part of the food, and our dog didn't die, so I ate the food. This woman is dying in silence, and her silence is gradually killing me. I prepared for work and left to the office, but I couldn't concentrate. My conscience kept troubling me. I needed my wife to say something or to shout. But no, she kept treating me nicely. If she had shouted, I would have felt relieved. I was still thinking when my phone rang. It was my wife calling, and immediately my heart skipped a beat. I could feel my heart beating faster than normal. My hands were shaking, but I managed to pick the call. "Hello, baby," she said. Hello," I stuttered. "How is work going?" "Well, I called to ask you what you would love to eat for dinner." I was quiet for a minute. My wife had always been like that. She always calls me to know what I would love to eat for dinner. And even with my cheating habit, she didn't change. I wasn't expecting her call. Why is this woman tormenting me like this? "Hello, babe, are you there?" she asked. "Yes, please, just make anything," I replied. "Don't worry, I will make your favorite meal. Have a nice day and please take care of yourself," she replied and ended the call. "Ah," I screamed. I was going crazy. "My wife is taunting me. She is hurting and killing me. Somebody please help me. I am dying slowly without poison. It would have been better for her to poison me than to treat me like this. I am not myself at all. My heart won't stop beating fast." My secretary rushed to my office to know why I had screamed. "Get out, and please cancel all my meetings," I screamed. "But sir, one more word from you and you are fired." On hearing that, she quickly dashed out of my office. I closed for the day without doing anything meaningful. Why will my wife be pretending like nothing happened? Why won't she scold me, starve me, or even hit me? Her silence is draining me and I'm going crazy. I got home that day and the whole house was having a nice aroma of my favorite vegetable soup and simo. Can this woman just confront me so that I can at least have my peace? Guilt is killing me. I went straight to the bathroom to have my bath. I spent so much time in there. The truth is that I wasn't only bathing. I was thinking about how deep I have hurt my wife. If I was the one who had caught my wife with another man, no doubt I would have killed the man and divorced my wife. But look how my wife is pretending like she didn't see me making love to her best friend. I have really messed up. I was still regretting my actions when my wife called me out. "Honey, are you still bathing? Please hurry up, your food is getting cold." The truth is that the more this woman treats me nicely despite the wrongs I have done, the more I die. Truth be told, I don't deserve any of her kindness and love. I came out of the bathroom and dressed up. After which I went to the dining. My wife and 2 children were all waiting for me to arrive so we could eat together as one family. After eating, I helped in clearing the table. "Hey babe, leave it, I will do it." That was my wife. But I didn't respond to her. She followed me to the kitchen and watched me washing the plates. This is something I only do when my wife is pregnant, or when she put to bed newly. "Babe, stop it. I will do the dishes," she blurted. "No, I will do it," I said in guilt. She left me and went to the bedroom. I quickly tidied up the kitchen and rushed to meet my wife in the bedroom, because I really needed to apologize to her. But I got to the bedroom to find my wife already sleeping. "Hey babe, are you sleeping?" I asked, tapping her gently, but she didn't respond to me. I found out that my wife wasn't sleeping. She was crying. I knelt down begging my wife to forgive me for sleeping with her best friend on our matrimonial bed. I also promised her that I would never cheat on her ever again. But she refused to say a word to me. She kept crying and crying. I didn't know when tears began to roll down my cheeks. I tried touching her, but she shifted away from me. "Can she forgive me?" I tried touching her, but she shifted away from me. "Don't touch me," she cried. I knew she was deeply hurt, so I decided to give her some time. The next morning, my wife got prepared for work and left. But I didn't see a need to go to work. I decided to stay back and clean up the whole house. I also made dinner for us all. I bought her some lovely gifts I knew she would love. She came back from work and saw that the dinner was already set by me. Without saying a word, she quietly walked into our bedroom and saw the gifts I bought for her. She began to cry again. "Baby, I know that you are really hurt by my act of cheating and deviancy. Baby, I'm not trying to buy your forgiveness because I know I don't deserve it. Please find a place in your heart to forgive me." "I'm very sorry," I pleaded on my knees. My wife didn't say a word. All she did was to cry. I allowed her to cry as much as she wanted to because I knew she was really hurt. "Why did you do it?" she cried. "Why with my best friend? Why on our matrimonial bed? Have I not been a good wife to you? Where did I go wrong? Have I ever denied you my body? Just tell me, what is my crime?" she cried uncontrollably. The truth is that there is no crime. I didn't even know how to convince my wife to forgive me. "Baby, please, find a place in your heart to forgive me. I'm deeply sorry. I forgive you because I love you so much. I forgive you because of God and because of our children." She busted in tears. Her tears were really heart-melting. "Thank you so much, baby. I love you so much," I said to her. I tried holding her hands, but she slightly pushed me away. I understood that she needed time to heal. 2 weeks later, my wife bought me a lovely gift telling me that she has fully forgiven me. Finally, I had my peace. I wasn't joking when I said I would never cheat on her again. Since that incident, I never saw another woman. I never slept with another woman except my wife. Yes, I kept my promise to my wife. Our love for each other was rekindled and it became stronger than ever. My wife is just the best. But something terrible happened after 3 months. My wife was pregnant then. I complained of weakness, dizziness, headache, and other symptoms I cannot really explain. My wife was also experiencing the same thing, but her case was different. She is pregnant. Trust my lovely wife, she insisted that we go to the hospital, but I declined. I told her not to worry and assured her that I will be fine. I kept managing myself and taking some drugs, but I wasn't getting any better. My pregnant wife kept persuading me to go to the hospital. Since I wasn't getting any better, I decided to oblige. She accompanied me to the hospital for a medical checkup and proper medication. After explaining to our family doctor how I was feeling and answering some of his questions, I noticed how cold he was. He kept shaking his head. Our family doctor took my blood samples to the lab for a test. Few minutes later, he took the blood samples of my wife too, and I wondered why. I'm the sick one here, not my wife. He ran the test on her as well, and when the result was out, we asked in chorus, "Doctor, what is wrong?" Because he kept looking at my wife and shaking his head. My wife was already crying at this point. "Doctor, you are scaring me. What is it?" my wife asked. "Yes, doctor, you are getting us scared." "What is wrong?" I curiously asked. The doctor sighed after looking at my pregnant wife again. Finally, he broke the long-awaited silence. "You and your pregnant wife are HIV positive." "Jesus!" my wife screamed and fainted. "Why will this thing happen to us after I have long repented? Look what my cheating had led me into. I wish I was the only one infected." But I had infected my wife as well. The doctor quickly carried my wife and placed her on a bed. How will she react when she regains consciousness? regains. Now did this woman deserve this? Absolutely no. All she did was to be a good wife and mother. I watched her laying on the bed and the nurses attending to her. I really felt pity for her. I really regret my action. How many minutes of pleasure have put me into this condition? I and my wife will have to live the rest of our lives being HIV positive. Our family doctor was just looking at me meanly. Yes, he is our family friend and our family doctor. He knows about my cheating habit and he warned me severally, but I wouldn't listen. I always tell him not to worry, that I know how to play my cards well. I told him I only pick ladies with high class, and when I need to do with low-class ladies, I use CDs. But he would always tell me it's not written on the face, and CDs can fail as well. But I didn't believe him. I was just too selfish. I only thought about myself and how to derive pleasure. I was too ashamed to even look at our doctor. Doctor, is there… I stuttered. No solution, no treatment. But there are drugs I can give you. It's not to cure it, but to help you manage it and live longer. You must take the drugs daily. What about my wife and our unborn child? I asked, looking at my wife in pity as tears rolled down my cheeks. She will also take the drugs. Don't worry, they will be fine. I will do my best for you and your wife. I won't be able to face my wife when she wakes up. No, I won't. I quietly sat down, waiting for my wife to regain consciousness. When she was up, she just stood up from the bed, removed the drip and was heading home. The nurses tried to stop her, but she refused to listen to them. I followed her home, only to see that she was packing her things. I tried to stop her, but she slapped me twice. She arranged her things and was set to leave. "Mummy, where are you going?" our 7-year-old daughter asked. "Daddy, where is my mummy going to?" "Daddy, did you beat my mummy?" our 4-year-old son questioned. "Mummy, please don't go," our children cried as they held her on her legs. At this point I forgot that I was a man. I cried, I can't afford to have a broken home. Our son walked to me telling me to stop their mother from leaving the house, but it seems her mind was already made up. "Honey, remember that you are pregnant. Please don't leave, I beg you in the name of God." I and our children kept begging on our knees. My wife began to cry uncontrollably. "Lekan, what did I do to you?" she cried, calling my name. "You people should allow me go back to my father's house. Leave me alone," she cried. "No, baby, we can't leave you alone. Please stay with us," I begged. "Emmy, stop calling me baby," she cried. Without looking at her, I carried her bags back inside our room. She kept crying and our children cried with her. I know how much she loves me and our kids. I can't afford to lose her. I needed to punish myself for what I did, so I went ahead to poison myself. "Mummy, come and see Daddy. He just fell down," I heard my daughter shouting and calling my wife. That was the last thing I heard before I passed out. I woke up few hours later, only to find myself in the hospital. "Doctor, who brought me here?" I asked. "Your wife did. You would have been a dead man by now." "Thank God she brought you when she did." I rushed back home to my wife and immediately she saw me. She slapped me twice and hugged me in tears. "You wanted to leave us," she cried. "I'm sorry. I know that no amount of sorry will be enough. Please forgive me," I pleaded. My wife forgave me. I know it was partly because of our kids. My advice to all is that cheating is very bad, and it doesn't end well, no matter how smart you think you are. Stop endangering your life and that of your family. What do you guys even gain from cheating on the one you claim you that love? Thank you for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Let us know what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new here. See you in our next video.